Shit. What's good? What's good? It's your boy Norbs, and this is Jamel, and this is the 10-8 podcast. What is good?
Your favorite podcast, y'all. Let's be real. Your favorite podcast is up and coming.
Absolutely. Yeah. Damn, it's already packing up right now. Listen,
we're gonna get favorite podcast, baby.
Yeah, this is how we do it. We all know the news that's been popping off. Gervonta Davis is taking over the internet again. This time again with more legal issues, and now the fight is at risk. We're gonna cover all of that, and we even bring a special person today to actually go over the actual complaint. We're gonna get into all of that, and even more. We're gonna drop an exclusive between Jamel and Tank. We're gonna talk about all that right after this. My man Jamel, what's good, brother?
Everything's good, bro.
Yeah, today's gonna be it's gonna be a different show. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I think we might have some people upset at us.
Nah. If you're upset, it's because you're being, you know what I'm saying, you're not trying to open your mind or just not trying to hear it. But we're not here to, we're never here to be biased. We just call it how we see it.
Absolutely. No, that is an absolute fact. But the big news in boxing, and we kind of let it breathe for everybody to get out their stuff, has been Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul. Now is in question, and basically recently Tank had an incident on October 27th that a young lady has filed a lawsuit over, again, with domestic violence, and unfortunately now the fight is in limbo, and it's just a lot of stuff. I'm hearing rumors of it getting pushed back. All types. I've heard Edgar Berlanga. They reached out to Ryan Garcia, offered him $40 million. Oscar De La Hoya got involved. There is a shitload of layers to literally peel back today. This story is going to get more interesting as it develops. But this shit is it's crazy, to be honest. And we had posted it recently because we post the news. We don't give a shit. I mean, it is what it is. We are. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We are a podcast that covers the world of boxing, and nothing is off limits, in my opinion. This is what it is. But I mean, what do you think about this? These new allegations, and the fact that he possibly now can lose $40 million, apparently.
I just wish him the best. I know you and I are gonna speak on it. But those who don't know, Tank actually hit me up like 2 days ago now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, not 2 days ago. For the past 2 days, Tank been hitting me up, basically cursing me out for this or that and the third, for just my opinion. Even when I basically not so much came to his defense, but basically was telling everybody, pray for the dude because something's clearly going on with him. But I guess that wasn't good enough, and Norbs and I are going to share it. You know what I'm saying? Tank basically he slid in my DMs coming at me from this and that and the third, but I don't take it to heart. I'm saying it is what it is.
We'll get into that later on the show. We actually have a guest, and I like to bring on professionals in regards when it comes to lawsuits, because I feel like a lot of people can misinterpret what's going on, don't understand the full. I want people to get the full scope of what's actually going on. So I decided to bring on my actual personal lawyer, my friend, Jamar Creech, and let me bring him on. Jamar, what's good, brother?
Norbs, what's going on, man? What's going on, man?
What's going on, Mar?
Yeah, we were discussing this case, and that just popped up recently. It was filed on October 27th, and it kind of shaken up the boxing world, and has put this event that Netflix is trying to throw with Jake Paul into I don't know. It looks like a shit show now. A lot of people have questions in regards to the complaint because, apparently she went right to a lawsuit. I don't know if she filed, but there's a lot of things, misinterpretation. I don't know exactly what happened. I know you've dove into the situation. What have you heard in regards to the actual the case and everything in terms of Gervonta and the domestic violence case?
Yeah, so as you indicated, there was a complaint filed in Miami-Dade court at the end of last month, October 27th. And according to reports from ESPN, there was also a police report filed as well out of this same incident. So what we could have here are two different tracks of litigation going. There could be a criminal matter going, but what we do know for sure is that there is a civil matter pending in Florida. And for the record, I am licensed in the state of Maryland. I'm licensed in the District of Columbia. I'm not licensed in Florida. However, I can read a complaint and give you all a good understanding of what the claims are and what's been alleged against Gervonta Davis.
First and foremost, like I think a lot of people, and we were speaking earlier in the regard of the it being a lawsuit. For some people are saying, "Oh, it's about money or whatever." That's besides the point. But
right
in the you bring up the Cassie situation where Cassie put out a a lawsuit on him, and eventually Puff got charged. She was able to. She actually ended up testifying in his trial. It doesn't eliminate charges still being brought. I just kind of want to clear that out. How does that actually work?
Sure. Yeah. So when you and I were talking offline, I use that as an example to say just to remind people in general that criminal matters are generally matters against or actions against society at large, which is why whenever there's a case, it's the United States if it's a federal case, or the state of wherever versus the defendant, because that particular jurisdiction is representing the society in which that alleged crime was committed. Whereas civil law addresses private matters between individuals. So whether it's in this instance, the plaintiff is alleging that Gervonta Davis hit her. So there's a battery claim. But actually, there are two battery claims. There's battery and then there's aggravated battery because Gervonta Davis is a professional fighter. So him allegedly hitting this woman would not be the same as if, say, I did, right? Because I'm not a professional fighter. Mm-hmm. So there's battery, there's aggravated battery, there's a kidnapping claim. There's a claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress. Mm-hmm. And I think I may be missing one more off the top of my head, but there's a total of 5 claims. Mm-hmm. Oh, false imprisonment. That's the other one. So what we're looking at are all these claims are being alleged against Tank, and the damages that are being sought are in excess of $50,000. Now, this does not preclude a criminal matter being brought because, as I said, this is civil. And if there's an investigation that's done because of the police report, the prosecutor has discretion in terms of what charges, if any, would be brought against Tank Davis.
I'm gonna bring up the complaint. This is it right here. I know you wanted to highlight certain things, and again,
sure.
Yeah, this is where it starts off. Let me know when you want me to go forward.
Yeah. So as I indicated a few moments ago, there are a total of 5 claims, and just to kind of walk you all through how the complaint is. This is an unofficial copy of the complaint. This is for public records only, but this is substantially what the case is about. 5 claims. Battery, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. At the top of the first page you see here, I believe her last name is Rossell, or if I'm not pronouncing it right, forgive me, but Courtney Rossell, plaintiff versus Gervonta Bryant Davis, professionally known as Tank. And this is, as I indicated, in Miami-Dade County, which is the 11th Judicial Circuit. So normally complaints look, for the most part, like this. There's a caption, and the case numbers later filled in, and then there's an introductory paragraph of some sort, and then we get into what the actual claims are, and an overview of the facts that goes with those claims. So you can scroll down to the next page. The jurisdiction and venue, just those are requirements to indicate that this is the proper place and that the court can actually hear the case based on whether or not they can exercise what they call personal jurisdiction. So whether that person conducts business, lives in the area, etc. Right. So in this instance, they've outlined that here. And as I mentioned before, damages are in excess of $50,000, which is in paragraph 5. So the subject matter jurisdiction requirement has been met. And venue as well is proper because in this instance, all parties conduct business in Miami-Dade County. And the cause of action in this instance arose in Miami. So in other words, the underlying facts of the case arose within the jurisdiction. So what they've done here, what counsel for the plaintiff has done here is started to outline, or identify who Tank is. So unfortunately, there may be some things in here that he does not agree with, and I'm sure at some point, if he gets wind of this this podcast, he's not going to be too thrilled. But this is what's been alleged.
I mean, it's public record. I mean,
it is public record. So, for instance, they say he has vast and extensive criminal history with instances related to domestic violence and abuse against ex-girlfriends, which is likely germane to this instance because what's been alleged here is violence against a woman who he has some sort of relationship with. And then paragraph 9 talks a little bit about his criminal history. So we don't have to go through all of that. I'm just kind of laying out the facts here. So next page. And then they get into the specifics about what occurred, how they've been acquainted or how they know each other, which is starts in paragraph 10, and then what happened as far as the incident. So we can kind of walk through this a little bit more, but these are all background facts surrounding what occurred in this case. There's allegations here that this woman was threatened. She was allegedly physically assaulted, things of that sort.
Next page.
Next page, yeah. So I actually want to go down to count 1 battery, but all the preceding paragraphs lay the foundation. Then we get into the specific counts. And what's key here is to realize or recognize rather what's necessary to be proven here should this matter move forward to a trial. And civil matters are proof by preponderance of the evidence, which basically means it is more likely than not that this person is liable for this particular claim. So if you look at each particular count, there will be clues as to what the plaintiff, who has the burden of proving what needs to be proved, what needs to be shown for the defendant to be held liable. So for instance, paragraph 22, it says defendant Davis, without the consent of plaintiff, intentionally touched or struck her against her will, right? So there's no consent, with the intent to cause harmful or offensive conduct. So that's one of the elements of battery, right? And then if you continue down there, it says paragraph 24, the contact made by the defendant was willful, malicious, and performed with the intent to cause harm and intimidation. These are all, things that need to be proven to demonstrate that battery occurred in this case. So we can go down to the next count. Count 2, as I mentioned before, aggravated battery. Now, what's most notable for this particular claim is that the plaintiff notes or highlights rather that Davis is a professional boxer. And as I mentioned earlier, him striking someone is not the same as the, regular Joe, if you will, off the street. So he's trained, he's paid to strike people. So it's a different type of battery in this instance. So that's the main thing that you would want to take away from this. But still without her consent, still intentional, malicious, reckless disregard, and so forth.
Next page.
Next page. Count 3, false imprisonment. So the key here is that there was we can go down to paragraph or just highlight for the sake of this particular portion of our conversation. Paragraph 31, Davis by force threatened and was physically violent, unlawfully restrained, confined, or imprisoned the plaintiff against her will and without legal authority or justification. So essentially, she didn't have any sort of reasonable means of escape. So she was basically trapped for all intents and purposes at a particular point during the incident.
Mm-hmm. Next.
And hold up before you continue. The other thing to highlight there is that they note defendants' actions were deliberate, intentional, and designed to instill fear and control. And okay, that was it. But those, like I said, these are some of the things that have to be shown to demonstrate liability. Before we go to the next page, there was one more count that started on the other page, and that's kidnapping. Mm-hmm. Kidnapping and false imprisonment, they're like cousins. Not the same thing, because false imprisonment doesn't require movement. You just need to, you know what I'm saying? So like kidnapping, there has to be some sort of movement of the person. False imprisonment, they just need to be in a situation where there's no real reasonable means of escape, for the most part. Mm-hmm. There may be some other elements, but by and large, that's what false imprisonment is. But yeah, kidnapping. So we can go to the next page. So one of the key paragraphs in this particular count is 36. So during the October 27, 2025 incident, defendant forced plaintiff to exit her workplace against her will, dragged her through the establishment, through a staircase, a kitchen, a back room, and all the way into a parking garage, and attempted to force her into his car until she was able to run away. So this is, like I said, this is a distinction between false imprisonment and kidnapping. Kidnapping normally requires some sort of movement without consent of that particular person. And the final count, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Paragraph 40, defendant Davis engaged in a continuous and deliberate course of outrageous, malicious, and intentional conduct directed toward plaintiff, consisting of repeated acts of physical violence, explicit death threats, and ongoing emotional and psychological abuse. And 41, his conduct was allegedly so extreme and outrageous that defendant went far beyond what any reasonable person would consider acceptable in decent and orderly society. So once again, these are the elements of each claim are within the paragraph itself to demonstrate what needs to be shown to hold him liable should this matter go to a jury or there is a jury demand in this case. So it would be a jury trial.
Why would there be a jury trial as opposed to just the other judge? Why would that actually matter in the situation?
Because I mean, strategically speaking, you would want, if I'm plaintiff's counsel, I would have made a jury demand as well, because a case of this type, it lends itself to a jury. There are unfortunately instances where this is a very fact-intensive case. In some other instances where it's a highly technical case. So let's just say there was a civil matter involving some sort of scientific or dispute over some sort of scientific or matter. So like to say something, a patent of some sort, highly technical, highly specialized, might lend itself to a bench trial, which was a trial before a judge versus one of a jury. This is very fact specific. And you would want a jury of your peers, if I'm plaintiff's counsel, to evaluate and say, okay, well, do we, who do we believe in this instance? Like, okay, well, why was she in this particular place? Why was he in that particular place? Do you believe that he did what she alleged he did? Or, who's credible? And that's kind of why you would elect to do a jury trial versus a bench trial, because this case really is kind of catered toward that.
Next page. Or...
yeah, I think we're pretty much at the end. Well, close to it anyway. But yeah, this is all related. These last few paragraphs are all tied to the intentional infliction of emotional distress, which is the last claim here. And I think we can, you can flip to the last page, but I think that's pretty much it. But her demand, right, as I indicated, trial by jury. And the other thing that a jury has the discretion to do is, you can ask for a particular amount, but juries can award you more than what you even ask for, which is why it's
with punitive damages as well, isn't it? Like there's no cap for punitive damages, correct?
I'm not sure what Florida's laws are regarding punitive, so I don't want to speak out of turn. In some jurisdictions, there is a statutory cap for punitives, but I'm not sure what Florida's laws are regarding that.
So, and Jamal, I know you got questions because whatnot, but I feel like a lot of I was debating with somebody earlier, and they were like, the fact that she didn't file a criminal whatever, the likelihood of it getting thrown out it's more likely. Is that true? But I need to answer that. Yeah.
No, those are two different things. And there's actually a contradictory report, because ESPN, and I don't have the article up, but there was something that I read that said that she did file a police report related to this same incident. So there's no requirement that she actually filed a report, right? So that's the first thing. I mean, it's certainly advisable considering what allegedly transpired, but that's not a requirement. So the key here is to keep these two things separate. She can pursue civil action as against her person, as against her personal capacity.
Yeah.
The prosecution could then say, okay, well, let's investigate this to see what acts against society Mr. Davis allegedly committed based on, what's in the police report and any sort of other facts that they uncover in their investigation. And then they can choose. Once again, it's a matter of discretion what they want to do as far as any sort of criminal charges.
Now, I mean, that shit is crazy because a lot of people feel like, oh, because the big thing people are saying is, well, she didn't file this, so it's a money grab or it's a money thing. And when you brought up the Cassie situation and the Puff situation, they ended up trying to bring other charges onto Puff, like not even specifically what they were charging originally. Can other charges come to light in this situation regarding Gervonta Davis?
I mean, it's possible. Probably not likely, just given the factual scenario, unless there was just something that she didn't disclose in the initial report. But it's this. I think this is pretty much confined to that particular day, October 27th. I think what made the Sean Combs matters very different. We're talking about years of conduct. Multiple individuals who were allegedly involved in those acts, right? So we're as the investigation continued, you had to kind of figure out, okay, all right, well, that's why we gotta update these charges, or that's how superseding indictments happen and things of that sort, and on the criminal side.
In regards to Tank, now people are saying that he may lose the fight. Right. Can Tank now turn around and because they're saying they're offering other people fights? Can he turn around and sue not Top Rank. I'm sorry, Netflix, in terms of him losing the situation. Have you seen any of the legal aspects on that side?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in his agreement with MVP, which is Jake Paul's promotion. But I can imagine, given the platform that this fight is set to air on, that being Netflix, that there was probably a morals clause or a conduct clause somewhere in an agreement which allows them to kind of protect the event, the integrity of the event, right? So you don't want any bad press, certainly leading up to the event, which could jeopardize the bottom line. So, given the fact that this is set to air on Netflix, there's probably some sort of provision, morals clause, conduct provision that gives Netflix some assurances, and also allows MVP, if they need to pivot to a potential replacement for Mr. Davis.
If you were Gervonta Davis, how would you approach the situation? Just from a neutral standpoint, how would you, especially with everything that's going on right now, because there's going to be counter suits, stuff. Counter lawsuits, stuff like that. What advice would you give Gervonta in this situation?
Yeah, I would. I mean, at this point, I would look to get this matter resolved as soon as possible, because I think if this doesn't, I mean, we're what, 13 days out, give or take.
Yeah.
Something of that sort. So a little less than 2 weeks out from the fight. My math may be a little off there, but a little less than 2 weeks out from the fight. So we're, given all of that, I would look to get this matter handled as soon as possible, and then, make it known to MVP that this is not a problem moving forward. This matter has been addressed, and that you're ready to fight on fight night.
So you kind of suggesting to settle, because she didn't put a price. It's kind of just like,
look, it's sometimes those things. Sometimes you end up paying more than just what the damages are in the lawsuit, right? I mean, if he's potential to lose some money here, other opportunities. I mean, hopefully, that doesn't happen, to him. But in a situation like this, you want to address these matters. And once again, let me be clear. I'm not in any way suggesting, or trying to minimize what's been alleged here. It's if what's alleged here is true, it's certainly horrible. And money doesn't necessarily, wouldn't necessarily fix anything of that sort. But I'm saying, just if we're talking legalities here and strategy and how to salvage his position with this fight, strictly from that standpoint, I would advise a settlement. I would advise keeping the lines of communication open with MVP to provide them with assurances that the matters has been addressed, and that we're ready to proceed fight night.
I mean, MVP did put out a statement, and basically it said that they're monitoring the situation very closely and have put out offers to other fighters just in case this fight doesn't happen on the 14th, and even saying that they might push it back to December. So pretty much, would it be a fair assessment to say that they're kind of pushing Gervonta to get this done as soon as possible, or possibly lose the fight? Because that's kind of what the message sounded like.
Yeah, a settlement in this case would be confidential, so it would be a lot better to settle versus possibly taking this matter to a discovery trial and so forth and so on, in which case his statements would be of public record. So I do agree. Yeah, you keep quiet. A settlement is keeping quiet, because a settlement would not be, a matter of public record in terms of the terms of the settlement. But getting the matter resolved, I mean, if we're going to use the Cassie and Sean Combs incident or lawsuit as an example, if I'm not mistaken, that settlement came within less than 24 hours, or 24 to 36 hours after that complaint was filed. And yeah, there was speculation in terms of what was all of the provisions of the settlement, but no one really knows all the terms of the settlement, because Cassie was still able to testify in the criminal matter. So which was expected anyway. But yeah, I would get this done as soon as possible if I were him.
Mel, what's your thoughts on that, Mel?
In terms of what?
I mean, if you have any questions, something like that.
I'm just following. I'm just following and listening. You know? So I'm just listening to everything's going on with the situation and the perspective of the case.
I mean, it's unfortunate because, like I said, when I seen the statement that they did put out, it did seem to be like, you know, like a warning, like, yo, bro, like you need to deal with this because we're ready to give this back to Ryan Garcia or some of these individuals, even though Oscar did come out and say that's not happening, but they did put out offers to other fighters. So it did seem as if they're kind of pressing Gervonta to nip this in the bud. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. Jamel, I definitely appreciate, you know, giving us some clarification and a better understanding of what's going on.
I'm Jamar. That's Jamel.
Right. See, you being mad racist. I'm like, hold on, I ain't saying that.
Jamel, Jamar, Jamal, like I'm just being real. Like my wife's cousin, his name is Jamal. Like
now you want to bring his wife's cousin. Wait, what's his race?
He's black. He's like you guys. Have you ever met a white Jamal? Like, come on, I've never met a white Jamal. But anyways, I want to see what goes on in this case. I believe it's going to get handled very quickly. I don't think, and as stubborn as Tank is, I think his advisors are going to tell him to get this out of here as soon as possible if they want to continue to make money. So
yeah, I think this gets. I would be very shocked if this goes to trial. Like I just don't. To me, I think he stands way more to lose in that case. I mean, yeah, like I said, the discovery.
I don't think it goes that far.
Yeah,
with everything that he's had in history, I hope it doesn't go that far. But I'm with you. I don't think it goes that far though. But again, if it does, it's just going to drag out and it's going to cost even more.
Yeah, I mean, not just the money, the reputational damage.
Right. Yeah, it's going to keep bringing up to the spotlight, and it's one thing you want to just sweep under the rubber eventually over time. But yeah, you drag it out, it just turns out bad for everybody.
Yeah, and then more stuff is going to come out. More people are going to come out. Remember when the Puff situation happened, it was like a million other females that came out. So remember before he even got arrested. Remember he paid her whatever she asked for, and then he still got hit. You know what I'm saying with whatever charges presented. Yeah. There was a police. ESPN reported that there was a police report in this incident, and regardless if there wasn't, it still could be charges. That's what.
Yeah. I mean, according to ESPN's recent article, a police report was filed in connection with the same alleged incident of October 27th from the civil matter. But yeah, there's no requirement, but with the police report being there, it certainly opens the door to a criminal investigation.
Jamar, I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man. You're out in Puerto Rico. Your skin is glowing. You know, I like it. I appreciate you.
You're gonna mention that because you're in Puerto Rico.
No, I'm trying to get my guy a nice Puerto Rican wife, have some kids. You know, this is
come on, man.
Great man, right? Great lawyer, great man right here. Jamar, I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm gonna holler at you. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, appreciate you, Norris. Appreciate you, Mel.
I like that. Appreciate you.
Know.
Appreciate you, Jamar. Take care of yourself out there.
I know.
That's my guy, Jamar. That's my lawyer. I wanted to bring him on. I feel like there was a lot of different things that people were misinterpreting and stuff like that. I had to get a better understanding of what Gervonta's facing. And yo, this shit is crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I seen the shit happen, it didn't surprise me. Like I was like, damn, dog. Like you know, it is what it is. Somebody said, do y'all remember that Jake Paul press conference? Tank said if he was beating women more, would come out and say something. I mean, listen, nobody's gonna admit to that.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't watched the press conference.
Yeah, that shit was ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. But so MVP did put out, remember that statement that Jamar was talking about. And it kind of seemed as if they were like kind of pressuring, like, yo, bro, deal with this. However it's dealt with, deal with it. Because at the end of the day, if they gotta wait for
the whole event fucked up. Simple as that. Let's be honest. The whole event, they can go For one, let's be real. No, like from what I've seen the reaction, I'm pretty sure you've seen the same thing. Nobody cared for the fight to begin with. So like that
absolutely.
right there said enough for me. Um, unless you go with and then in terms of Jake, unless he goes with somebody his size or somebody, worth him, getting in the ring with, nobody cares for that for the event. If anything, I mean, I'm still interested in more. Well, I've been interested in more with the undercard, Alicia Bumgarner,
Yeah.
Gary Antoine, Antoine, Russell, whatever. But other than that, the main event, nobody really cared for it. The undercard was solid. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to Shane Mosley Jr.,
Yeah.
Abel, Jesus Ramos as well. The
Yeah.
undercard was solid, but nobody really cared for the main event. So and Tank, his name is big as they come. So who at the last minute? What are we like 2 weeks out? Yeah, literally 2 weeks out for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck they gonna find in these 2 weeks?
Well, let me. There's 2 points right here, right, that I want to touch on. A, when Teofimo brought up the fact that the shit is empty and 2 weeks left, even with Gervonta's name recognition, the event's wasn't doing well, right? That's first and foremost. The only other name that I think could have made sense, given time, would be Ryan Garcia. But as we see in this video, which I'm going to play right now.
Hey, so I wake up to calls from reporters asking me about Jake Paul and Ryan Garcia. Let me just tell you why this fight is not going to happen. Ryan Garcia fights for DAZN, and Jake Paul fights on Netflix. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. Golden Boy has a contract with DAZN. Ryan Garcia has a contract with Golden Boy. And that's just the way it is. I mean, this is business. Ryan Garcia's probably going to go on a rant saying, oh, you're keeping me from making money and this and that and fighting. No, you have to go by the law, by the rules. You have a contract with DAZN. You have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you Saturday for Virgil Ortiz. But again, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced by me, who he's fighting, and when he's fighting next. See you guys.
Oscar put it out there right away. He said, no, it's not happening. Just like he shut down when he wanted to fight the guy from Japan.
I mean, did Ryan even come out and say anything that he wanted to fight Jake Paul? I hope not, because remember, Ryan was one that thought there was the fight with him and Tank was Jake Paul and Tank was a joke to begin with. So if you come out and trying to say you want to be the replacement, it kind of puts you as a hypocrite at the end of the day.
Well, to be honest, he did do an interview. I want to say it was with Najee. Yes, it was with Najee. Shout out to Najee. And he said that he would fight Jake, but he's also a lot bigger than Tank. And 190, he said he walks around at 175. This is what he said.
Nobody cares.
I'm with you.
Yo, if anything, let's get back to boxing. I'm saying, I seen a lot of people already felt that he didn't even deserve, even the world title shot at Mario Barrios. So if I was someone, I would just focus on that. But nobody, like I said again, you came out and said that Jake Paul and this fight was a joke to begin with. So don't go out there and then try to say because Tank is out or supposedly out and want to come in and replace him for this event, even though your promoter just put it out there like, listen, you're signed with Golden Boy. Golden Boy Promotions has a contract and a partnership with DAZN. It is what it is. So I don't want to hear no rants from Ryan and crying, saying that I'm always holding the back. Like I said, at the end of the day, you're still getting opportunities that most feel you don't even deserve. If if you happen to go against Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title after coming up a loss to Rolly Romero. So again, I really don't give a fuck to hear from
damn.
No, I'm just being real. Like you people like that, so they actually get more rewarded than like a lot of fighters that you feel like just haven't gotten a shot and deserve a shot. And right. It's really not a knock against Ryan because he hasn't said anything. Because I can't sit there and come at him like that. But I'm just saying I'm not trying to hear it if he does. Like, yo, bro, you still getting more opportunities than most fighters ever gotten in their whole entire career.
Without winning a big fight, yeah.
You get a chance against Mario Barrios to finally become a world champion. So if you don't get the call, well, you're not going to get the call apparently. So if you don't get a chance to fight Jake Paul, nobody want to hear it because, dog, you came out not so long ago and said that the fight was a joke to begin with. So I don't want nobody cares to hear that. Well, I'm bigger than Tank, and you said the fight was a joke, and Jake Paul needs to go out here and fight real boxers anyway his size.
Yeah, no, so you got to X him off the list, right? Another name mentioned was Edgar Berlanga, who walks around close to 200 pounds. It's probably around Jake's size.
Nobody cares, bro.
Damn, is there anybody that can save this event?
Bro, well, I mean, come on, man. Like he's rated as a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Simple. It's not listen, if y'all want to take it, shout out to my man Edgar Berlanga. If y'all want to take it because y'all want to get paid, go ahead, dude. I mean, 2 week notice anyways. It wasn't like it was your event. So Edgar, if you're the replacement and you want to get that bag, hey, go ahead and do that. But it just I'm talking on the other side, like dog. A few months ago, you know what I'm saying, they were saying that they was attacking anybody that came at them, saying that all these fights were funny. I'm just saying though, a few months ago though, they were saying literally that they was going to sick the lawyers on anybody that said that his fights were fixed and this and the third, and that he deserved the ranking from the WBA as a cruiserweight.
Ranked, yeah.
Go, I'm saying, go fight a cruiserweight, dog. I don't care. My thing. I don't even care if it's a last minute replacement bum on the bottom of the list. But go fight a cruiserweight. Like y'all made a big fuss about. Oh, we deserve the ranking and yada yada yada. And we're gonna stick the attorneys on anybody that says we don't deserve to be ranked on the WBA and yada yada. All right, go fight a cruiserweight your size, bro. Nobody was interested in this fight to begin with. I think, like I said, Tank came at me probably because what T.O. said about the tickets.
Oh no, we're gonna get into
the tickets. You see, the tickets wasn't moving, so you know for a fact now with all this going on, the tickets are definitely not moving anywhere. And it's not a knock against the card. Like I said, shout out to Alicia Bumgarner, shout out to Gary Russell, shout out to Shane, shout out to my man, you know what I'm saying, Jesus Ramos. I wish y'all the best, and I hope that, you know what I'm saying, y'all still get to make y'all money and compete. But for the most part, the shit was a joke to begin with.
So now let's get back to the star of the show, or the star of the weekend, Gervonta Davis. I mean, I feel as if, and we're going to get into what we really want to get into as well outside of covering that, Gervonta Davis maturity level at this point. I mean, you're 32 years old. You've been extremely erratic over the last year in terms of saying you want to get away from the sport, all these things. He's attacked people in the media. He's attacked myself, all types of people, and continues to do the same thing over and over. Not only that, and we're going to get into this, and this is the one. Gervonta Davis threatened you in your inbox. I mean, listen, and this is what I'm gonna say about it. I think Gervonta's a talented fighter, but clearly, there's something wrong with him. And look at this. Look at that. You had this is you tweeted him June.
You see what I said to him like 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go get
So Gervonta Davis tweets you or it inboxes you on your Instagram, I'm assuming. He says, "You're a meat hugger, and when I catch up with you, I'ma show you." Now, we spoke about this off air, and I'm like, dog, are you serious? What? I mean, apparently, we're gonna put the other stuff. What was your reaction, Jamel, when you seen this? I know what my reaction was.
I mean, I wasn't surprised. Like, me and Tank, every like 5 years or so, me and Tank bump heads when we like this. It's not a new thing to me with him, me and Tank. You know what I mean? That's like I said again. Tank know me, I know him. Like I said, we've hung together, we had conversations, you know what I'm saying, face to face. I know his team, he knows my people, so I'm not surprised. But like, it's just that, and this is, remind you, this is before this is before all that mess hit with that really came out just now with the media.
Yeah.
So I can understand to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was frustrated because everything else is starting to come, but again, maybe there's even, like I said, you seen there was like he didn't make any details put in, but I think this came from the clip that's been floating around with T.O. pointing out the ticket sales and saying that it wasn't selling. I don't know. Maybe I was meat hugging T.O. I don't know, bro.
Well, he actually sent you more messages, and we all know, you had some situation as well, and I think I'm gonna
That's like if anything, when the whole situation came out with this recent thing, I clearly, like I said, I don't know if you got the screenshot of it, but from the post, but I clearly said,
yeah,
pray for the man because there's something seriously going on there. And all I said was this legal. Shout out to my man Ellen James because we talked about it on the side. This legal shit ain't nothing cool about this, man.
hell no.
But that legal shit, like, bro, I've been going through it this whole entire year. Let's be real. I don't throw, like I said, I don't throw stones in a glass house, and I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if I can give you game, you know what I'm saying, and try to, help you, from self-destructing and doing something stupid that you're going to regret, then it is what it is. But if you don't want to hear it, that's it's cool. It's cool too. I'm not losing no sleep, but I'm not here to sit there and try to bash you, and then my side of the street isn't so peachy, but at the same time, I'm gonna give you game.
The thing that got me is, bro, you're going through it now, and it kind of shows the maturity level. Like, bro, you're not supposed to get into other shit. Threatening somebody else over a post that you didn't even make is absolutely crazy. And again,
yes, that guy, you said that I didn't even make the post, and it coming at me.
So I think you had responded. You said, "So one time where I've ever attacked you, whatever." You basically broke it down. You guys could see yourself, and you're kind of like, "Yo, bro, like, bro, nobody's attacking you."
Like I said, Anthony, whenever your name came out, I said, I'm not here to judge you. I told people to send him prayers because I don't know. Like I said again, I wasn't there, so so just like in my situation, I felt a lot of y'all wasn't there to be sitting there, coming at me. So I get it, So I was like, listen, I wasn't there. I know how the game gets. I know how fast, the world piles on you. That, that ain't hate, that's understanding. I wasn't there for whatever situation you're speaking on. So I never spoke on it, which I never, even when we had our little back and forth in the past, like I said, me and Tank go this shit like every 5-6 years. So never took it to heart. I don't now. As y'all can see, I don't have any issues now because I'm too old for this shit. I've been in similar situations, publicly, and I know how ugly the pressure can get. So I would never throw stones, like I just said earlier, in a glass house. You got too much. Like I said, he got too much talent. To keep feeding into negativity. Channel that energy into something that elevates you. I wish you the best for real. If you ever want to address anything publicly in a real conversation, no malice, we can do that on a podcast or it really whenever, Tank. I'm not hard to find. Until then, stay focused and handle your business. And this is before MVP and Netflix. I was still hoping that, the man gets his money.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants to see that. But this is the crazy thing. This was his response. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You had the same incident that I put my input in on your ass. No, you bitch ass nigga. Damn, he said like, yeah, I could see he was snapping his neck when he said that. Like, you bitch ass, whatever. Anyways,
in fact, listen, he woke up at 7. It was at 7:14
7 in the morning.
It was.
Then he said, when I see you, it's up. He's referencing a Cardi B song, and it's up, and it's up, and it's up, then it's stuck, right? Then he says, with your bitch ass, fuck your respect, nigga.
And I said again,
I'll be taking you.
Listen, I come back mature. I said, show me one time I ever attacked you. I don't have no tech. I have no reason to attack you, bro. I've known you since you was like 14, 15 years old. Stop it. Like I said, shout out to Coach Kyle, shout out to Coach Kenny. I have no even right now. This shit doesn't move me. Like I want to see you succeed. I know your story, but at the same time, motherfucker, like this is my thing. And then like Kate, like no real talk. Like it's like me and you spoke on the side. Cam and May said it better. Why is it? And not matter of fact, even Najee pointed it out. Why is it that when people of color report shit, they get attacked? But I don't see. Listen, I don't. Is he in ESPN's inbox or whatever? Whoever's over there and this one and that one, making threats, saying when he see him. I'm not listening, man.
So let me jump in real quick. So for those that don't know, I forgot. I think Prince said he's right though. Didn't Mel have his own thing? Yes. Yeah. So let me clear something up, guys.
And I'm trying to get game. Listen, man. I'm like I said, I'm an open book.
Let me get this.
My brothers Ellen and them, they really didn't want me to speak on it. But like I said, if you're going to be old and mature, you got to, you got to take accountability. I'm still taking accountability. I'm still taking accountability. Whether it happened or not, I still got to deal with the scrutiny. I still got to deal with the, you know what I'm saying? Even my personal life. Like I said, I don't have a right now. I can be real with y'all. I don't have a relationship with my oldest daughter because of all the media shit. But at the same time, you know, I'm human. You know what I mean? Like I said, I still love my daughter. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We know what I'm saying is we're not on the same page right now. But you know what I'm saying? It's still my daughter, you know what I'm saying? And as a person, I just gotta, you know what I'm saying, just go with the flow and you know what I'm saying, and fix shit as it comes along. But I'm not here to be like, oh yeah, Tank, yeah, he fuck. I don't do that. I don't do that shit. If anything, like I said, I try to give you game from my personal experience and shit that I'm going through.
So let me answer Prince. So Mel never made a comment about the situation. This is what actually transpired. We are the 10A podcast, myself and Jamal Herring. That is who we are. We speak on everything that goes down in boxing or whatever we choose to. It was news. It came across my timeline and I reposted it. I didn't even make a comment about it. I just posted it. Now, every time I post, me and Jamal, or even when Jamal posts something, we add each other as collaborators. So he accepted the collaboration and it went out there. You know, people saw it. I mean, if you go to my Instagram, that's what I do. I report the news, whether it's Layla Ali versus Clarissa Shields, whether it's, you know, whatever it is, I put what I can on my page. So Jamal actually never responded to the situation. Jamal did make a comment and said, pray for him. That's all he said was pray for Gervonta, which is a notable thing. So Jamal actually did not take a shot or anything at Jamal. Nobody took a shot at him. We just reported the news. Now, this is where I have a gripe with people. Did Gervonta inbox the people at ESPN? Did Gervonta inbox this other media? And to your point with Najee, why is it when an urban outlet like myself or Najee, Jamal, why do we get these messages when all we're doing is reporting what's transpiring in the media? We're not saying it was right or what's wrong, but at the end of the day, when you choose your situation, which you wanted to be a star boxer, you are going to be met with criticism the same way.
And matter of fact, I respect where Prince is coming from. Like I said, I'm over here nonchalant, but please, can you take time to answer what Prince is talking about in the chat?
Oh, I put that. So what I'm saying is, that was my title. Gervonta Davis needs to grow up, and this is what I'm saying. That's me saying this, because at the end of the day, bro, you're going through something, right? And your immediate response is to threaten somebody else. What do you think that could lead to?
Okay, I hear what Prince saying. Prince is basically saying we're doing a whole podcast or a whole episode on the case. All right, whatever. Then he said, look at the title. Okay, my thing is this to you, Prince, and it's nothing like I'm not coming at you crazy. But do you think him being his name being as big as it is, you know what I mean, and a real serious public figure, do we not gotta start taking accountability, or this is a problem where people feel like, okay, we seen it. Matter of fact, in the post you put it out too, Norbs. I see people in the comments saying that they feel like his fans want to make excuses for him, where you know saying they're enabling it, where you know saying he's going to continue to doing whatever they claim he's doing. And nothing ever gets fixed. So do y'all want to actually see the man get help, or y'all want to just keep blaming and pointing the finger at everybody else who speaks on it or reports it? That's my thing. Like I said, listen, like I said, I tell my brothers in the chat, shout out to L, shout out to James all the time, yo, and it's the feelings is mutual. If I'm fucking up, please, yo, pull me to the side and be like, yo, bro, you wilding, you doing too much, you fucking up. This was you, because that's what they did to me, and they always did that to me since I was like 7, 8 years old. If I'm fucking up, pull me to the side and let me know, yo, you need to start making corrections and change up or fix yourself. But if y'all keep going, y'all keep blaming, y'all keep attacking everybody else that mentions the shit without going to the, you know what I'm saying, without addressing the issue within itself, that's not going to help anything. So, okay, God forbid, some other shit pops up a month or two now. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna get mad at me and Norbs because we addressed it, or we mentioned it, and then we're getting attacked for it. But then there's far bigger outlets out there. There's far bigger outlets out there that probably that go detail for detail. Like I said, I didn't really look into the shit. I didn't really read into the shit. I didn't really care. It just, you know what I'm saying, it was just out there, you know what I'm saying? It was a topic that's out there, whatever, this and that, and the third. But Whatever, man. Y'all can say what y'all want, but again, I'm not. Y'all not have once heard me even attack this man's character even on the show. And y'all seen what he said to me, and y'all clearly see the messages, and I still never show any ill intent. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, there was more after that, Norm. You know there was more after that, but I let it be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think this is how he ended it. It was just like, you heard what I said. That's what he said. Now, this is and okay, so I'm going to take 100% ownership.
And then, again, this is before the whole MVP. I said, listen, I hear you, brother, and be well, handle your business. I still wanted him to go get his money, you know what I'm saying, and go get it. And then the same day or the day afterwards, this is when the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole news hit with the whole MVP making their statement. So why is it that the people that is actually making the business decisions, they can say whatever about pretty much, getting a replacement? Why am I attacking them?
Hold on, people. Give me a second, 214. Give me 1 second. I just want to make this point real quick. Guys, I titled it this because at the end of the day, it's the facts. He has to grow up. Listen, you get to an age, you're hanging out at strip clubs. You're dating the wrong women. And again, I don't know nothing about Shorty. No disrespect to her family. But you continue to step in the same shit. Wouldn't you want to jump past this shit instead of keep stepping in it? And I'm just saying, Gervonta's a talented fighter. And to threaten Jamel, in my opinion, was absolutely insane. You're just adding more shit to the pile. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's a maturity thing. Tank, you're fucking Tank Davis. You're Gervonta Gabriel fucking Davis, bro. Whatever the fuck your middle name is. And you're out here like threatening people as if more lawsuits cannot come to you. And that's just the fucking facts of life. The facts of life. You got to grow up and you got to get rid of the people that are around you, but clearly they're not protecting you. And that's what I'm saying about Tank Davis, in my opinion. 214, you're in the building. 214, you're in the building. What's up, brother?
Oh, yeah. You know who it is.
Oh, my God.
D-Block, D-Field. Coming at you live from the greatest city of all fucking time, Dallas, Texas. Man! What's up, my brother Noise? What's up, my brother Hearn? Y'all good tonight?
Yeah, we good, man. We just talking. We're talking. What's up, brother?
Now, I will say this. I think I can do that. I think I can do that. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to calm it down a little bit, and I got to keep it professional.
Okay.
I've been saying this for the longest, maybe 5-6 years now, when I said that Tank Davis was not the biggest person that they thought he was. He was supposed to be this next great, great entity in boxing. He surpassed a lot of numbers for just what he came from, right? From where he came from just the struggles. I respect that. But the problem that I had with Tank Davis was when they kept on pushing him at the media, saying that he was absolutely the face of boxing. And I said this to myself: the truth will always set you free. Tank Davis will never become what you think he will become, because there were holes in his game. And when I say holes in his game is this: there's moments there where you could say that Tank Davis was really not about the game. He never took on the challenges. There were fighters right there they were biting their tongue. I want the damn fight. He never gave them those events. He never gave the public the events that we wanted, because he thought to himself he was the biggest diva out there in boxing. He thought to himself he was at that Floyd Money Mayweather ass without even doing anything like Floyd Money Mayweather. And this is what I say, Norm. When you say to yourself that you at that level and you even have a 7-fight deal with Amazon Prime, and there's no evidence, which Najee did have that interview with him, but he never asked him, where's the evidence? See, when somebody tells you something and they have no receipts, then how can you believe them? You just got to go with it. See, the difference between that and Floyd Money Mayweather was Showtime actually showed you the receipts. Floyd Mayweather showed you the receipts, that the money, the bag was there. Tank Davis lied to his public. He lied to everybody like a car salesman that wants to sell you a 2010 Toyota, telling you it's the same price as a 2023 Lexus. They're going to lie to you. And I hate that about that we as the boxing public fell for that. Not me, but the people fell for that shit. Norv, what do you got to say about that?
I mean, listen, what they said, what the Spider-Man thing with great, whatever, this great expectation, right? People love Tank. And listen,
Yeah. Yeah.
he has all of the attributes to be one of the greatest fighters of all time. And the criticism, I feel like, is finally really getting to him to where he doesn't even want to be in the public. So I'm with you. A lot of the things you're saying are absolutely true, and he continues to get critiqued for it. And it's unfortunate because he is a star. He is a legit superstar. And I feel like, he's imploding at this point. And it's unfortunate.
And I'm gonna say this: we're hearing right here, right. And, for him to go at him, another brother in the game, that actually like he's in the military. He's working his ass off. He wants to be about something in boxing. He wants to achieve some greatness. Right? For Tank Davis to go at him like that, that's why I tell you. Once you sniff maybe a couple of mils, and you think to yourself that you're better than everybody else, that's when everything turns. When you start turning at people that actually are about the sport, that love the sport, just like you. But the difference here is this. I remember there was a moment where Daniel Jacobs came up to Charlo, and he said, "You're not touching M's like me." Right? And Charlo was looking for that, was saying that Jacobs was scared of him. Do you remember that moment, Norm?
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob said, "You never touch M, son. You never touch these M, son." He said, "You don't know what I'm talking about. I know what you touched it, and you ain't touching it." And that's what I'm saying. Jacob confronted him just like Aaron confronted Tank Davis and telling him, "I don't give a fuck what you saying, brother. I'm here. I'm a real G. You can't punk me out. You ain't about that. You think that I'm not about that? I'm here for it. I got that smoke. I don't want no beef with nobody, but I'm here for it." And nothing but respect for your brother right there with you. Nothing but respect for the podcast. And keep it real. Tank Davis will go down as one of the biggest hype jobs of all time. At least Adrian Broner was a 10-time legitimate champion of the world. I'm going to let it go like this. It's inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville. And I'm going to be seeing this show. Hey!
My God, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Jamal, to his point, man, I
need to hold on. I think my man in Conquest say he disagreed. I'm trying to see what he's talking about.
Conquest, if you like, matter of fact, I'm gonna put the number over. I'm sorry, it's just so much, whatever. Hold on, let me see. Is this the number here? I just want to make sure. It should be. Is this the number? I just want to make sure. I don't want to have somebody else be calling, but I think that's the number. Let me just double check. But it's unfortunate because Tank clearly cannot handle the pressure, bro. He really can't. Like, it's unfortunate because, at the end of the day, Jamal, we have to cover these things. And I don't like that. That is the number if anybody wants to call up. I don't like the fact that podcasts like myself, we have
Prince, please call in, bro.
Yeah, the numbers.
Please call in, because like I said, I can't do that. I can't keep doing the texting back and forth. But like, I would love to hear.
Yeah,
just your opinion. It's, you know what I'm saying? But I might learn something. Shed some light, for real.
Yeah. Listen, guys. I think Tank is could be one of the biggest names in the history of boxing. All I'm saying, and especially with the title, is it's time to grow up. Sometimes you just gotta just take your ball and go home and just say, "Yo, I gotta reevaluate what I'm doing." You know what I'm saying? You got 2 daughters, 2 beautiful kids, and I think you got a son, if I'm not mistaken, right? Eventually those girls are going to understand what's going on, and you want to be a father. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can be incarcerated or hurt, and I'm rooting for him. I'm not the biggest Tank fan. He has disrespected me in the past, but I don't have nothing against him. I'm not personal with him. I want to see him do better, and that's one of the reasons that.
That's why I kept it G. Like, I'm not about to argue with you, bro. Like, Tank, I know, like, we know each other, bro. Come on, we hang around the same people, all that whole. When I see you, this and then the third, yada yada yada. Cut it out. We're not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, though, Jamal.
But if I'm gonna be someone older, you know what I'm saying, like that, bro, I told him, yo, get off the fucking radar, yo. Lay low, take care of whatever issues you got behind the scenes. Again, I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm not trying to, so I'm not gonna sit here and point the finger and say this, because like I said, again, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that shit. But at the same time, bro, all that rah shit that's going on, what the fuck is gonna get you, bro?
No, absolutely. And that's my thing. His reaction to the criticism was to threaten another man. And I was just like, dog, like, what? Like, bro, like, you're gonna add to the shit pile that you're in right now? Like, come on, bro. Like, and again, you know, I wish he would get it and understand. And he just, you know, he does. I mean, look, the last year
Might be D-Block.
Yeah, it's definitely D-Block. D-Block, what up, bro?
No, it's D-Block Tutor. I'm sorry, I had to call back in real quick.
What's up, bro?
You know, I know you said that you're not a 10K, but D-Block is. D-Block is an established, certified, I'm stampified Tank Davis hater. But you know, the hate is real. The hate is real. Oh, it's real. You know, I lost a bet and I got a tank tattoo on me, my brother. I'm not gonna lie. That's the Ryan Garcia fight.
You got a tank tattoo on you? Are you serious?
I got a tank. I fucked up. I fucked up. And I hate him every time I gotta wake up every day. I gotta see this damn tattoo. I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I got hate for the brother. I got hate. It's fun. You know, and definitely when we start going live streams on our shows, we definitely gonna show the tattoo and say how much we hate him.
That's hilarious.
But I'm gonna say it like this. I gotta be like this. You know, how do you say it? When you say the man could have accomplished so much, but his kryptonite was women. His kryptonite was women. Because we know where he came from. We know that his mom and all, we know the whole situation, what he went through. To be surrounded by Al Heyman, to be surrounded by these promotional companies, like he should have never left Floyd Money Mayweather. I promise you that. Because when he was with Floyd, at least Floyd was taking care of him, making sure the brother was straight line. Didn't go through the same thing that Adrian Broner went through. See, when he wanted to go independent, he had ears in his ears, like Floyd Money Mayweather said, hey, you want to listen to other people, let him do what he has to do. Eventually, he's going to get caught up. And that's what happened. The brother is he's a young man that will, like you said right now, Norb, the show is about grow up. I promise you right now, Norb, in a year or 2 years from now, it's going to be the same situation. It's like my cousin, Norb. I'm not trying to take over the show. I promise you, I'm not.
You good, brother.
My cousin kept on going to jail every fucking year. I told my dad, my dad's a pastor. He said, son, I believe in God and I believe that he's going to change his mind. And I told my cousin, why you like going to jail so much, brother? You go every year. You don't change. He goes, you know what? It's just an addiction. I love it. It's like a rush. Tank Davis has something with women that his hands just can't, like he's a boxer. He's programmed to do something, right? And when a woman rejects him, a little man, of course he's a little man, rejects his ass, then he gets upset. I mean, if you're dating strippers, what do you think's going to happen? There's going to be men around them women. And I'm going to let it go like this. My brother, great show. I know how to just call in one more time. Everybody on Ed, keep on viewing it. Retweet to retweet. This is the hottest show. This is the hottest podcast. We got the two brothers with actually information, and they're coming with it. And you know when D-Block says it, we coming with it. Have a great night, guys. I'm still going to be seeing beautiful show.
Thank you, my brother.
Prince, the numbers on the bottom, Prince. I see the number. Yeah, the numbers in the bottom, brother. You just posted in the chat.
And people are like, oh, like I'm like, bro, it's the most factual title that I could have came up with, bro. I'm just being honest.
And think about it, the title is the least of the fucking problem. So the title is the least of the shit that's going on. You know what I mean? That's going out there in the world. But I get it. But that's what I mean. Like, and there's no knock against y'all, but I respect it because I got my diehards that rock for me heavy too. And I respect y'all if y'all rocking with them. I'm just saying in terms of accountability, like, when does somebody pull my man to the side? And like I said, my man to the side and be like, we gotta clean up. We gotta clean up. You know what I'm saying? Like I had that, you know what I'm saying? My 2 day ones, you know what I'm saying? I spoke to Norbs, you know what I'm saying? My day ones out here, L, J, you know what I'm saying? They had to pull me because they you know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, if you're not gonna listen to ones close to you, man, who you gonna listen to at the end of the day, yo? Like, when is somebody really pull you to the side that not just fuck with you, but really love you and be like, Jay, you fucking up. Jay, we gotta clean this up. Jay, we gotta do better.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Like I said, if I told him anything, don't go out here and like I said, I don't know. And I personally don't know if he went in anybody else's inbox and attacked them for what they're saying. But I'm just like, yo, you can't go out here attacking everybody and then making threats saying when you see him and this and that. Like, bro, this is the problem we got now. This is why we're in the situation we're in now. Yo, just chill, clean, whatever, fix whatever you gotta do behind the scenes, and move forward. You know, it's not the end of the world, Tank. I wish you the best, bro. But yo, all that whole when I see you, this and that, third, I'm not hearing that, though. I'm not hearing that.
Listen, you're looking for love in all the wrong places, bro.
I'm not with all that.
Yo, listen, again, like I just hope that he grows up, and I mean that's
I want to see him succeed. You know what I'm saying? I respect the story, I respect where he came from. Like I said, this is a kid that I literally watched grow from. Like I said, I know him since he was like I know him just as long as I know Lamont. You know, I trained in the DMV area. We trained to get me and Tank trained together at one point. So again, this is a kid that I that I've seen grow and watch to do great things, and even be put in a position where people, claim him as a face of boxing. Like, bro, I just want to see you do good. But for you, if you don't want to hear what I got to say, that's cool, whatever. But all that rah and when I'm not.
No, listen, man. Listen, guys.
Okay. I'm not listening. I'm not hearing that.
Yeah, no. And again, listen, guys, we're a media outlet. You know, myself and Jamal, you know,
I'm probably gonna take. Listen, once Norm stop chopping this shit up, be real with y'all. Once Norm stop chopping this shit up, because like again, Tank, you watch everything, and I respect that. You know what I mean? But you watch everything, because like again, we don't even follow each other on social media outlets anymore. Because I'm saying
he got me blocked.
We got into a few years ago. He don't follow me, whatever, this and the third. But you clearly still tune in to see what's going on. But cool, whatever. But like I'm telling you right now, I'm telling for y'all watching, he's probably gonna see this and still come at me with something on whatever. But again, I'm still gonna continue taking that high road unless you want to really like come on, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, man, I wish him the best. And again, listen, we're a media outlet. We're gonna cover stuff. And again, we're gonna form an opinion. We're gonna come professional. That's one of the reasons I bring my lawyer on, so he can actually break stuff down so people can understand.
Motherfuckers got mad, but that lawyer on.
Huh? What I mean? What you said?
Motherfuckers got mad because I bringing them attorneys in.
Wow, why you say that?
You know what it is? People want to form their own opinion and believe that shit wholeheartedly and go with it. But when you start dropping the gems and bringing in details, motherfuckers will get mad at you. Like, yo, you mad at me because I'm telling you the facts here or how it looks and the direction this case can go. Now motherfuckers are mad about that.
No, listen, man. When I get into
let me just chill over here, bro.
No, it's facts. Listen, that's why I bring him on. I said, like, you got to debunk some of the stuff that's going on. How big is what he's facing? And what he said? He said, it might be in his best interest to nip that shit in the bud, bro. Like, it's unfortunate, but after this incident, man, what they saying? Coming to America, you want to find a good woman?
Again, it's no secret the shit I've been through. This shit, y'all. But at the same time, I never came out and attacked everybody, even motherfuckers that didn't have the story right, or even motherfuckers that didn't want to believe my story. I never came out and attacked anybody. I never even came out and attacked the individual that I have issues with or had whatever y'all want to make call. I'm not gonna do that. I just because for one, I got kids. Kids and all these kids, they got a fucking mobile device in their hands where they could just Google your ass up or whatever and see this shit for themselves. So again, I'm thinking as a responsible adult and a parent. You know what I mean? Despite which I may think of me, despite which I may have thought y'all heard this and the third. I got kids and I got daughters, especially. I got daughters. So I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna come out and attack I'm not coming out attacking no woman. I'm not coming out here and pointing the finger. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not doing that shit.
Then and again, our platform is open to all the fighters.
Appreciate the deep block. Appreciate the deep block. And I say you got this, and I'm always gonna show love and respect to you as well. But yeah, man, that's what maturity is. Like again, L knows me better than anybody out here. L would have told you 10, 15 years ago, I probably would have spazzed out, wild out, you know, whatever, 2, just in the 3rd. But again, motherfuckers too old. Simple as that. Motherfuckers too old to be doing this shit.
It's too early. It'll be 10 o'clock.
Yo, we at the phase we looked at Angel and So. You know what I'm talking about? Like we at that, yo, motherfuckers, yo. Let me just be Unk. I just want to be Unk at this point. I don't got time to be there doing a ride. Let me just be Unk.
Nah, Unk, that's crazy.
Yo, let me just that's I gotta tell it, yo. Let me just be Unk. I'm not coming out here looking for you in the streets. Let me just be Unk and chill.
Yeah.
I'm good. Listen, y'all know I'm always gonna be a fighter, bro. Like I told me, like me and Norm. So listen, let me just go. If I could do this for a living, I'm cool with just speaking with y'all. But other than that, let me just be me. I'm not trying to. I don't want any more issues.
No, facts. We just want to talk boxing and have fun, man. I want to laugh.
I want to laugh and chill and talk. Listen, I treat y'all the same way y'all treat me. I don't look at myself as bigger than anybody. You know, we all human. You know what I'm saying? We make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But like, come on, bro. Like, all that. I'm like, yeah, y'all seen the message. Like I said, I wasn't, like I said, like again, I went between Norbs and before y'all come again, I guess my bro Norbs, he asked me, he was like, Mel, if we can leave it alone? But I was like, nah, I think we need to address that because people didn't really hear this shit. We wasn't really going to address what, you know, Tank coming at me and same thing, like said what L said, like L said to me off the, you know, outside the chat, and you know what I'm saying, on my messages, you know what I'm saying, they really didn't want me to address it, but I think some things people need to hear, you know what I'm saying, especially if you're going to be in a position where you can be, you know what I'm saying, that voice of reason or just school the generation under you. Tank is a generation under me. So like, again, Tank, I know you're going to see this, but like, bro, I just want to see you do good in the world, you know what I'm saying, but again, you gotta start with yourself, bro. You gotta clean shit up. Yeah, obviously, this shit is not a coincidence. It keeps popping up. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge, but at the same time, like, bro, you mad at the wrong people. Yeah. If anything, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, what am I doing wrong that keeps placing me in the situation and go from there? Like I said, only like Pac said, only God can judge you, bro. So I hope you take that. Whatever you want to come back, be mad at me, whatever. I don't care, bro. But
yeah, I mean, listen.
You got something out of it. I don't care though.
At the end of the day, bro, you risking losing more than just this 40 million.
Bro, you losing 40 million.
Crazy. Crazy. and you know what happens once they see you a target, the wolves come out. There's gonna be a bunch of them.
If I was ever put in a situation, L, and they heard that I lost out on 40 million, yo, just stop being my friend because I fucked up. Right. yeah, just stop. Yo, pull me to the side, slap the shit out of me, and be like, yo, Mel, I can't rock with you. You
that's 40 mil. 40 mil, dog.
For what? Bro. For what? I'm no disrespect to no woman out there, but in this story, you losing 40 million for somebody you throwing ones at. Stop it.
Oh.
Stop it. And like I said, we go back 92, beat people up in the motherfucking in the elementary school. if I ever do some stupid shit like that, you can't be my friend anymore because I don't fail everybody. Bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, man, like I said, like coming to America. What did the man say at the barbershop? You want to find a good woman, you gotta find her in the church.
Awesome.
Find her in the church. 253-253. You are live on the Teddy Podcast with myself and Jamel Herring. Let me put you on. God damn it. Hold on a second. Oh, Jesus. There you go. What's up, 253? What's popping? Yeah. You gonna talk?
Oh.
You're live.
I'm here, Prince.
What's up, brother?
Prince, call it. So I'm trying to hear do I need to click off it because it's kind of stagnant?
Turn down the volume if you're listening to it, and
shout
then
put that comment up. He right though. He just been this player for years, and
still day one. You good, brother? Talk, man. What's up?
Oh, there we go. Now, my only thing with the thing is this: passing judgment before we know, like, if the man's guilty or not. That's what it seems like.
Nobody's judging him, boss.
No.
And then you say, when you put in your title, he needs to grow up.
He does need to grow up.
That's Pastor Justin.
That's not passing
And
judgment.
then, like, you're catering to people like D-Block. He told you he's the number one thing here.
Okay.
You cater to this guy, and then you say Tank ain't did this, Tank ain't did that. He flat out told you he had Ryan Garcia over Tank.
Okay.
Everybody wanted Tank to fight Ryan. Tank fought Ryan. Oh, nah. Then after he did it, oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. So come on, man. He dead it on the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all are always, and so I would, if it me, a human being, I would get mad at that too and be like, man, F that sport. I can never do enough.
Okay. So you blame the sport?
I blame the new media. Everybody with a voice who always down in this man. Everywhere, just look at every channel down in this
So
man.
you don't blame him for allegedly going into a strip club and having an argument with a female? And
I blame him if he did. I blame him if he did. We don't know if he did it yet. You say allegedly that, but how we gonna blame somebody for allegedly?
Nobody's blaming him.
Come on, no. You just
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Is this not like the fourth incident? Isn't he on probation for the same thing?
I don't care until we find out.
So hold on, no, but bro, you can't say you don't care, and then this is the fourth incident.
I don't. You can blame. Anybody can say anything until you find out the fact. I don't care how many times. Like, if you don't find out the fact, then you're just off your opinion.
So you think we're wrong for telling him to grow up, correct?
I think people are wrong for going ahead and pass the judgment before they know the facts. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So these are the facts. These are the facts. You ready? Allegedly. Hold on. Let me finish. Boss. Okay. Is it a fact or is it not a fact that there's a lawsuit against them for domestic violence?
That don't mean that it's true.
I'm not saying, boss. I'm not saying that it's true. But what I am saying, what I'm saying is, could that have been avoided?
Man, I can say, I could put out
Yeah, you got to answer the question.
I just answered the question. I'm just not gonna let you bait me into saying that I agree with passing judgment on somebody before we know if they're guilty or not. That's
not what I said. Nobody's passing judgment if it's true or not.
That's my answer.
You know, I'm going to answer this for you. You are part of the problem, sir, and I'm going to break it down.
No, how are the problem? You are the problem. You spreading something you don't know all of the things.
I didn't spread anything. What am I spreading?
Watch this. I'm gonna do this. Back when Jamel Herring thing come out, I could pull up my tweet, and I was like, man, don't do that, man, like that, bro. Come on, man. Y'all don't know what's going on yet.
Okay.
I personally said that. You feel me? Because I know that people do certain things. That's how we got to approach every situation. It's innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
Not bash them and then
nobody have you heard? Have you
heard?
No,
absolutely. Like I said again, that's why I never said the man did anything they did. Like I said, I never said the man. I personally never said the man did anything. I personally reached out to my boy and was like, listen, I wasn't there. So I don't know what the fuck going on. But in terms of like, for all we know, Norris could have been, because for one, Norris was gonna have a whole different headline to begin with when we first spoke on it. Because again, it was first gonna be Tank Davis, Gervonta threatens. Yeah. You know, so that was original.
Which is the facts.
I mean, for the point, the title at least, that could have been, you know what I'm saying? I took it as, you know what I'm saying, Norris could have talked about that. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually what I was directing it to.
You know what I'm saying? Making threats. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. That's why I never came out. If you look at what I said to him, I never said that he did anything. I never said that, you know, he got a this and the third. Because again, and I clearly said to also that, you know, I've been in similar situations that you pointed out as well, that, you know, people, you know what I'm saying, the headlines can read one thing, but the truth is, you know what I'm saying, the truth could be a whole different thing. But, you know, attacking everybody that's trying to actually, you know what I'm saying, look out for you and, you know what I'm saying, be like, yo, come to your side. Like I said, I tell people to pray for the boy, man. Pray for the man. But, you know what I'm saying, he took it as another way. And this is before all the other stuff came out after the fact. Stop.
That's a fact.
But I hear what you're saying, bro. I respect your opinion, though, bro.
what I'm saying ain't even really like pertaining to you and Tank arguing
Right.
and all that, and not pertaining to that. What I'm saying is, you put out a title, you mislead and you lead. Well,
How
not
am misleading
because
anything?
what? Let me. You leading it to what you want it to be. He need to grow up. That's you already taking it in your mind. Like,
So you don't think Tank needs to grow up?
Yes, that you don't know if he did it or not.
I didn't
And
say.
that's what
Okay, boss. You can't ask me to, boss. You can't ask me to answer a question and then you're not answering mine. I said what I said, right? And what I'm asking you is, you don't think Tank needs to grow up?
And I told you this, and this is me answering your question.
I didn't say he did it or he didn't.
This is my answer to that.
Okay.
I think before you come up and say that, then we need to see if it's true or not.
Okay, that's a good point. Hold that thought. No, hold that thought. I'm gonna put something on the screen. Okay, I need you to look at your the screen. True or false? Did this man just say Jamel Herring is a meat hugger, and when I catch up to you, I'm gonna show you? Is that true or false?
What? And I said I wouldn't talk
Answer
about
the question. Boss, I just need you to, it's a yes or no question.
I can't even read it on my phone. I can't see it.
Okay, I'm going to read it to you. He said, you're a meat hugger, and when I catch you, I'm going to show you. Is that accurate? Is that what he said? That's why he needs to grow up. Bottom line. Jamel said nothing to him. Jamel did not disrespect him one bit. And because people are critiquing him, he's taking out on people that have nothing to do with the situation. So however you want to interpret the title, that's pretty much why I came up with the title.
Okay, well, hold up. All right. Well, then it's still misleading because what was the opening show about? Nobody knew that you were talking about that until that part of the
No, I actually said that in the opening of the title of the show.
Well, okay, but when I got on, you was going over his tape, and I read
again. If I walk into a situation where I see a guy beating the hell out of somebody, right, and I walk into that situation, but I didn't see what started it, right? Was I there for the whole situation?
No.
Exactly. So you wasn't here when we opened up the show.
I'm glad you said, and that's the same scenario as if somebody goes to the police and say, "Hey, this person did this to me."
I did not say. I never said Tank Davis did anything.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. You're touching on it, and you're saying it like, man, never mind. And I'm telling you as a listener, this is what I got out of your show.
Okay, listen.
So you can't just be like what I got out of your show. If you didn't mean that, then you feel me? Like that should have been.
No, I meant my title.
But that's all he was doing. The channels is affecting him. Every channel that's associated with like who love Shakur Stevenson, love Top Rank, love Maximum, y'all all hate him, man. That's
so you think? So you're blaming everybody else for him to being in this situation. I got you. That's the problem. He has a problem taking accountability. And that's why Tank is in the situation he is today.
No, you're not taking accountability. I'm telling you what's special about boxing.
Okay.
As a boxing fan that pays and watch fights and watch the news, watch the media, trash a fighter that successfully worked his way up.
Who's trashing him?
The man told y'all, I don't want to fight Ryan. He's too easy. The man stopped Ryan real quick. The world say, oh, Ryan was too easy. The man said it. Y'all said he was scared. He beat Ryan. Now y'all saying he was too easy. That man the best boxer ever. Well,
what?
This generation. Okay, yes.
What?
He's the best. He just don't fight or something. Yes.
You said he's the best fighter of this generation?
The best of this generation, yeah.
Hold on. Sir, can I ask you a question? Did you do a line of coke before this call or after? Like, are you serious?
Are you gonna start over my
He's not even a Hall of Famer, bro. And he's the best fighter of this generation.
But come on now. That's my opinion now. Come on.
Bro, you are fucking crazy. Listen, I love the fact that you're insane. You are clearly insane by that comment. When we have fighters, like Alexander Usyk or Bud Crawford, and you gonna say him? Come on,
bro.
About
these bigger fighters get in the weight classes that they're fighting in when they come in bigger on fight night. You talk about these fighters. Tank don't have to do that. Tank don't need snacks. Tank don't need snacks.
All right, man. You got it.
We can go.
Listen, you boss, you definitely proved my point beyond reasonable doubt. If we were in court, you would be losing right now. But thank you for the call. You are absolutely insane, and I appreciate you for calling up the show.
You know what? I think, see, that's something that you don't want to hear because that's no fit our narrative.
I'm sorry.
The narrative,
what did he say?
The narrative is if it ain't from top ranked Bob Aaron, then it ain't respected. And that's what's messing up.
What does Bob Aaron have to do with this?
Top ranked Bob Aaron, all of them. If it ain't from them, then it's not respected. That's what we seeing in boxing. That's why boxing is selling. Everybody wondering why boxing is selling. Y'all are texting the cow of boxing.
The cash cow of boxing?
One of the cash cows. Man,
How we doing?
Yeah, but whatever. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Disrespect me.
I appreciate you. I really appreciate the call, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you for calling up, man.
Good night.
Good night, my brother. God bless. That was crazy. I mean, it clearly is a fan, but these are the reasons why Tank, he goes crazy. If you don't love him,
I just wish his. I'm not saying that they don't, because I don't know. I'm not there, but I wish people would take as much energy to pull his ass to the side and be like, "Yo, we love you, bro, but you gotta, whatever's going on, you gotta get this shit cleaned up ASAP."
Yeah, we wish you nothing but the best, Tank, man. If you ever want to have a conversation,
like I said, I'm not gaining no money over speaking on Tank. I'm not losing any money speaking on Tank. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, even with hate, I don't have no hate for nobody.
And that's why we brought in a lawyer so people get an accurate account of the actual thing.
That's really where the attorney came from. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't trying to make him look worse. They like a lot of it, because let's be real. A lot of people out here, they don't understand law. So we brought somebody on here who actually works in law to break down what the fuck is really going on before people will start putting out opinions or misinterpreting, whatever's going on out here in the world with Tank situation. It wasn't for me. It wasn't to try to put them in a deeper hole or knock them. It's just to point out what the fuck is going on, so everybody can have a clear understanding what he's dealing with. But like I said, I see my messages before, and this is before all this shit came out. I told him, man, yo, focus on what you focusing on, bro. This is before the whole MVP put out there looking for a new opponent. I was still saying, good luck with your event. You know what I'm saying? Good luck with your event. Do what you do. Make your money, and let's keep it going.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tank Davis. Listen, man, we love you, dog. We don't want to see nothing going on.
Hold on. I mean, let my hands go for a rematch. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Go just better fighter. I can't.
Alicia said,
but it's I'm a fighter. At the end of the day, I'd rather. That's another thing people was pointing out to me. Despite which I may think of Tank and what me and Tank and this and that third, and then we're both fighters. Forget all that. If you want to go fight in the streets, we're both fighters. Like, why are we not? But to each his own. To each his own. Again, I'm good, y'all. I'm not, like I said. Tank has done it. And I will tell everybody. I told Nobes on the side yesterday. The reason why I'm sad because Tank has done far more in his boxing career than I have done, and I will tell everybody that, including you in the comments. So it's never a hate. So to be like, why I ain't do this against Shakur? This ain't about me and Shakur. This ain't about me. It's really not about me. But I give everybody flowers. Shakur is doing his thing right now. I wish him the best. Tank has done more than me in his career. I still wish him the best. So it's not.
I don't know about that. I would argue that.
In terms of financially,
yes, but you beat.
But real talk. Even now, bro, let's be open honest. Even if we to my titles, then yes too. I never discredit it, despite which I may say about how he won or whatever. He's still done a lot more than what I've done on my box career. So all that, saying why you ain't, that's never gonna get under my skin. Because I'm still gonna give everybody flowers at the end of the day. I don't care. Yeah. Listen, for the most part, a lot of people didn't even think I was gonna even get as far as I did in my own career. So why the fuck am I gonna get upset for somebody else, doing better?
Absolutely.
Like, real talk. Like, why would I get upset for anybody? Most didn't think I was gonna get anywhere far in my career as in my own personal career. Why would I get upset for anybody else doing better in their own career? I don't think that shit don't bother me.
No, I mean, listen, man, listen.
Thank you, Lee. And we'll still have a motherfucking exciting fight till this day. That shit don't bother me.
So listen, Mel never had a boring fight. And he's listen, man. This is a 10 podcast. We're giving you what we're giving you. We're coming at you from a different angle.
Look at my face. I don't care.
If only more people think the same way as you want.
I don't care, y'all.
No.
Oh, y'all stay late. Bring them to the court. Oh, yeah, you know, I like that though. I like that thing. You know why I like that though? Because they can bring up one fight. They bring up one. You can never bring up no other. Like Alicia just said, never had a boring fight. They bring up one fight. Y'all can never say that this one and that. Y'all bring up one fight, which is cool with me. Because I know a slew of fighters that got dragged and talked about this fighter, and that fighter.
Nah, hold on, Mel. This shit hilarious. I just got a text from my lawyer, right? And he said, man, somebody said I look like it was Lamont Roach. I was reading the
let's say like Gary Russell Lamont. I try to ignore the comment. I try to ignore the
They thought Lamont Roach was reading the complaint.
It was Lamont Roach in disguise, speaking on law.
Oh shit, that is hilarious, bro. I ain't even.
But hold on, y'all. I want to bring about. I want to throw them in the bus. Y'all bring up Shakur, but we don't bring up the one guy that I beat that y'all favorite had an issue with.
Facts.
Nobody will bring that one. That was a fluke, though. That's what I'm saying. Y'all pick and choose when it comes to me, though. Okay, pick and choose. They pick and choose all the time when it comes to me.
Somebody said tell how I met Pun. Dog. Y'all want the story time again?
L. They pick it. Even me and Norris go. We joke because L from Long Island too, so we know it's a New York thing. We have they had insight on Long Islanders, but I held it down. I held it down for the island. I held it down.
Like, Lamont Roach reading the complaint is hilarious, my nigga. I'm sorry, dog. Like, that's funny as shit. Oh my god, I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious.
Stop
bro.
This shit.
What you sipping on, bro? Fuck you sipping on this late, bro?
Juice. No, I'm sipping on juice. I don't want juice.
Bro, yesterday you was sipping on something, bro. Because I was on the Instagram story. You was shirtless with the Joker stuff on.
I was coming out of my costume.
Bro,
I was coming out. Listen, I was coming out of my costume, but I was about to get in the shower. That's why the water was running in the back. I'm just saying though, these kids, off topic of boxing, these kids is different. These kids are different today. They don't want to go outside. I witnessed they don't even want to knock on doors or go trick or treat no more. Everything's in the iPad now. I'm dead serious. I never trick or treating for me yesterday lasted maybe 30 minutes, if that.
No. Nah, not my kids, bro.
I don't like to sound old, but back when we was coming up, we was out there for hours. You know what I'm saying? We was out there all night. They had I can't even say they had to call us in because we didn't have cell phones. This is early 2000s, whatever you want to call it, late 90s, whatever. But still, now I seen kids in their house with no costume giving out candy. Why isn't your little ass out here on these streets? These kids will never be hustlers. These kids would never be hustlers because they don't know how to go out and go get it. They will never be hustlers.
My daughter was banging on everybody's door, talking about trick or treat. I was like, Righty, come on, bro, let's go.
You know what? I need to speak to her. Because I'm gonna have to talk to my little one.
Oh man, she crazy, bro. Riley, she loves anything outgoing, bro. That's
let me ask Octavia. Mel, hey Mel, is there any advice you can give about confidence? Where does it come from? How to have confidence when you feel low, etc. Nah, you gotta just believe in yourself. Like again, I don't like to keep bringing my bro in it, but he's been here with me since I was fucking 7 years old to 40, whatever. And a lot of motherfuckers ain't believe. Like even when we started boxing, a lot of motherfuckers ain't believe who's gonna be shit. Even when boxing, you know what I'm saying. But so my confidence came in just having self-belief. That's where it starts at. You gotta have self-belief because at the end of the day, even the greats have people that still doubt them. So you're never, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you do. There's always going to be somebody out there that's going to try to keep you down or just doesn't want to give you any credit. So for the most part, that self-belief got to come from within. Even with the podcast, Norbs can tell you from our own personal relationship. Norbs really was reaching out for me for a minute, like, bro, we got to do this. I believe we do this. Let's do this. And it took a while for me to even warm up to be on here with y'all every other day with the podcast. But again, I had to believe that I, knew what I was capable of talking about, talking about, to be capable of to put on a great show for you guys night in and night out. So again, you got to just believe in yourself first. And again, you're not going to be perfect. No one's going to be perfect. But again, don't ever give up on what you feel like, what you really love and what you want to do. That's all it's going to come to. Because at the end of the day, somebody's going to hate on you. Me and Norbs, just this week alone, we're not going to say any names, but we experience a lot. We experience a lot of positive, but we also experience a lot of people that want to just bring it down and bring the platform down, this, that, and the third.
Yeah. I mean, that's I tell you, how do you have self-belief?
Hey, hold on, pull that comment up. Pull that comment, because he's going to go into story mode again. Pull that comment, pull that L3 comment up. Look, I'll read it.
Jamal almost quit boxing in the amateurs after losing to Danny Jacobs in the juniors. Damn, Danny Jacobs is kind of big though.
That's how long it was, bro.
Damn.
Hey, what was this? This is what, 2001, 2000. This is yo. I had to go listen. I had to lose. I fought Danny in the New York Junior Olympics, the finals. This is your negative words. No, this happened in Gleason's. This happened in Gleason's. I fought Danny. Danny beat me. I had to go home and had to go watch Shane Mosley lose to Vernon Forrest again for the second time. Damn. That same day. It was a bad day. And then L can tell you, shit. I think it was L and my boy. Shout out to my boy Ashanti Hendrickson. Like, I think it was them. I took like 3 months off from boxing. In the amateurs, that's a big deal, because the amateurs is always events. You know what I'm saying? Especially in New York, bro. There's always shows, and I took literally. Yo, L, what happened, L? When I lost to Danny, I had braids. When I came back, I had a Caesar.
Damn it.
I was done with boxing, yo. But now, my bro, like, I started seeing my bros, and they was doing their thing still in boxing. I was like, all right, let me get back to the gym. And I came back. L. That's when I came back, and I stopped, and I knocked out or stopped dude in Glen Cove, where Ashanti's from. The R&B singer. You know what I'm saying? Ashanti's from. I remember I stopped dude. The motherfucker was pissed off at me. I stopped doing it in his hometown. But yeah, L tell the truth. This is real life. But again, I had to get that self-confidence back. I had to believe in myself, and I had to get back in my grind. And I came back. I did what I did, and then afterwards, that's when I went. I think that's when I went back. Went into the military afterwards. But yeah, I was after that Danny Jacobs loss. I was like, yo, fuck boxing. Shit, yeah. Oh my God, the Haitian sensation. That was my first fight as a boxer, professional, amateur, whatever. It was rough. I don't know where my co-host went. So we on story time right now, but he's definitely digging into the vault.
My bad, I had to run to the bathroom. Shit.
He ain't even giving nobody no warning.
Bro, I jumped out in my bathroom right here, bro.
Listen, y'all seen, he ain't wipe his hands. He just wiped his face.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ran right out. I had to come back. I baby wipes. I apologize, bro. Shit. I didn't want to leave the show too long. Damn. I ain't up there. I was thinking about Danny Jacobs. I'm like, damn, Danny's like 160, 168. Like, how the fuck did that happen?
Me and Danny we still talk about that shit to this day. Me and Danny,
really?
Yeah. That was my first. Yo, L. When I was fighting amateur in New York, I thought I was the shit. I was beating Eric, whatever. I thought. Then I ran to Danny Jacobs and I had a reality check. I was like, oh, this is some bullshit. I fuck this boxing shit. That was my first loss.
Hold on. You gotta elaborate on that.
That was my first loss.
Was
my first loss. I was like 16 years old.
Was it bad?
Yeah, it was bad.
For real? He fucked you up like that?
Yeah, dead ass. I said, oh, I gotta get my shit together. There's levels to this shit. I see. Oh, there's levels. There's levels.
Danny put it on you like that, dog? That's crazy.
I said, there's levels to this shit. That car ride back from Brooklyn to Long Island was quiet as shit. It was in the back like this.
So how did it end? No. How did it end? I gotta hear this Danny Jacobs story. Like, how did it end? Like, what?
It was bad, bro. You see
Wait,
how you see how I keep looking. You see how I keep looking down? Like it was bad. Bro.
Damn, it was like that.
It was like that. It was like that.
That's crazy.
This nigga was only 15 years old at that. So you know you.
He was talking shit.
I'm only a year older than Dennis. I'm like, yo, you a 15-year-old dog. I lost to a 15-year-old kid, dog. It's wow.
Word? Was he talking shit to you too?
Nah, he was mad. That's the thing about it. He was mad. He was mad. He was like non-echelon. He was just like quiet. Danny always been late. Danny's never been a braggadocious dude like that. You know what I'm saying? He's always been laid back quiet. I was like, this that bullshit.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad, yo.
So Danny Jacobs gave you your first loss from Brooklyn.
Yep. I can pull up in my first loss. Real talk.
He retired you and he came back with a season.
No, he didn't retire me. He put me.
I mean,
he put me
3 months. 3 months.
He put me on summer break. It was like summertime right there. He put me on summer recess early.
So how was the car ride home? What happened in the car ride home?
All right, yeah, that car ride home was quiet as shit.
Shout out to Danny Jacobs, man. I like Danny Jacobs.
That car, that car ride was quiet as shit. We don't much listen because I never forget. I went back to L house. And we watched the Shane Mosley Vernon Forrest fight, and then Shane lost. I was heartbroken. It was okay. Shane was my favorite fighter.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Then he lost listen, I was already fucked up from the first fight. I'm like, yo, he just came off, you know what I'm saying, the Oscar win, and this he pound for pound number one.
Yeah, he was number one at the time, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pound for pound number one. Then he had listen. That's why I never put on the motherfucking American trunks. Because Shane had to go back, y'all do y'all research. Shane had the motherfucker American flag trunks on, and my man Vernon hit him with that shit. And I was like, oh, no. Nah,
overhand right. It was
an uppercut, then he boom. And then Shane went, I said, oh, he went down. I said, oh, you remember the first round or some shit like that?
Yeah.
That was the first fight. Boom. Okay, they get the rematch. All right, the rematch, come on. I fought Danny that same day. I had to go back after that ass whooping to go see the second fight. I said, nah, fuck boxing.
That's crazy.
It's boxing shit for me, yo. It's too stressful. It's too stressful.
I'm gonna clip this. Danny Jacobs almost retires Jamel Herring.
Almost.
I ain't gonna lie, I was mad when Shane lost. And I remember watching that fight. You know, Shane used to always do this thing where he would shake his hands and then he would get to it. And that fight, he was shaking, he stopped shaking his hands.
What do you do? Shane come out like this. Keep the hands warmed up. So can't have that quick twitch, motion. So you got to keep the hands warmed up. And then Shane, I said, oh God, Shane.
Oh man, that hurt me too. Shane was
I got my signature signed glove from Shane. Shout out to Shane Mosley, man. That's my
man. We supposed to get Shane on, bro. I want to get Shane Mosley. He's one of my favorite fighters too.
I'm cool with Shane Jr. You know what I'm saying? So like again, and then El can tell you best. El got stories too. Shane's to come train in Long Island. El can tell you those stories too.
Shane was like that, bro. I think he's one of the most underrated fighters of all time.
Look, see, look, pull up L. Say, well, Shane, you sparred my man Mosley. Body shot.
Shane was like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, you got to spar Shane. And he dropped me with a body shot. Damn. Yo, Shane was like that, bro. Shane was really like.
Yeah, he was that guy.
His biggest loss was when he had that situation with his manager. That was his biggest loss. That shit was crazy.
Nah, the biggest loss was the wife.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was his manager.
Jen.
Manager.
Hey,
he fucking cooked that nigga.
I don't want y'all laughing at me, but true story. The first thing I did because of that shit during my situation, the first thing I did, I went to go get my world title.
That is hilarious.
Yo, I promise you, the first thing I did after my situation, I said, I'm gonna get my world title because I'll be damned if somebody auction off or keep my world title. I want to get my world title quick.
Bro, L is hilarious. He said it was painful, but it was one of the best memories of my lifetime.
For real,
yo. Shane was like that, bro. I still to this day.
Listen, lightweight version of Shane Mosley stopped everybody.
Bro, I'm not gonna cap.
I laugh because Al knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yo, when I went to my little situation I'm going through right now, the first thing I did was, I thought about Shane Mosley. I said, let me get my world title. yo, you're not selling my world title or auction. Let me go get my motherfucking world title back for real. Damn the bread, yo, Alicia. Damn the bread. I get that. The money. I mean, yeah, money important, but two, I need to go get my world title, dude. It's the principle. It's the principle, yo. Hey man, I'm sorry, but how do you gain confidence when you're in the slump? Yo, you gotta that's okay. I'm glad you said that, Octavia. You gotta lean on. Sometimes you make to lean on to the ones that you close to. Like again, my brother in the chat, I speak to him every day. Even if it's like temporary, we check up each other every day, and it's like though through my hard times, you know what I'm saying, I went to the ones, you know what I'm saying, ones that were close to me, you know what I'm saying, to keep me uplifted. You know what I mean? So like I hope for your sake, Octavia, you got people that you can, you know what I'm saying, you can fall back on and easily open up to and speak with, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like I said, I had to fall back for those that were close to me and that, you know what I'm saying, that know me since my day ones, pretty much my day ones. I don't know if my shit fucked up those nerves, but you know, I see everybody else still in the chat still going. Yeah, what is going on? Let me make sure this dude ain't. Let me make sure it ain't me. Call the dude. I don't know what's going on. No, he keep going to the bathroom.
Yo, hold on, bro. Just shut off.
Oh, you good? I thought it was just me, bro. Like, yeah, I thought it was just me. Like, cause he the host. Second degree black. All right, I'm taking those questions. Me and Octavia have the conversation on the side. I'll get yo, fix your shit. You fucking up. I still got a corner. I still got a corner. But yeah, Octavia. I'm just saying, like again, amateurs. Nobody gave me much of a chance doing anything. I came back. I became a national champion. I went to the Olympics. I represent. Not only was I an Olympian, but I was a team captain. So that was a feather in my cap. Even at the Olympics, I'll never forget. I could probably pull up for y'all later on the next show. But like they didn't like basically a writer had put out an article for the 2012 Olympic U.S. team, and they basically gave me the lowest rating of being anything successful as a pro. But then if you look at my team, if you look at my team from the Olympics, real talk, if y'all really go to do your homework and take your time to go look at the 2012 U.S. men's Olympic team and go look and then go look to see how many of us became world champions and how we represented ourselves as a pro, as a champion. Guaranteed that, you know what I'm saying, I outshine a lot more than people that expected. And there's no knock, but I'm saying that just goes to show like I didn't really care about what people thought or what I could and couldn't do. I just went out there and did me. If anything, I thought it was like easier for me to go do what I had to go do because the pressure wasn't on me like you had the pressure on guys like my man Errol Spence, Jose Ramirez, you know, those guys who had a bigger name than me, you know what I'm saying, going into the pros at the Olympics. I felt like the pressure was bigger on them. But for me, motherfuckers didn't really give me a shot to do anything. So I just went on and did my own thing. And I just crept under the radar. And then one day y'all seen me pop out, I was a world champion. So it didn't bother me not at all.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I was my battery. I had to plug my shit in, but I didn't. I did it late. I'm trying to get my computer back on.
You making mad excuses, but me, I'm just having these conversations over here with the chat.
Well, I'm trying to charge my damn thing again. But anyway, we can end it on that note anyway. A great show for everybody. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Let me know.
I'm glad to say I chose my Marine Corps route because again, when I came back from the Marine Corps, I told my bro, I said, "Yo, L," because me and L had another brother. He passed away. Got rest in peace, Stephen Brown. My man Stephen Brown went to the Marine Corps in 2002. I enlisted in 2003. I came back home. I wanted to see my bro L, you know what I'm saying, do something different for himself. And especially with, you know what I'm saying, my niece being so young at the time, him having my niece. make a change. And then L went and did his thing as in the army as a soldier. So that's what I mean. When you have people that love you and you got love for your friends, you want to see them do well as much as they want to see you do good as well. So that's what I recommend, Octavia, just to stay close to your day ones.
Yeah, facts. Shit, we probably gonna wrap up right now.
Now we're gonna wrap up because you fucking up. We gotta wrap up. It's a wrap. You ain't got no camera on.
No, I just
you on the toilet. It's a wrap. It's over. You on the toilet with the camera off, y'all. Appreciate you, Octavia.
A new guest has entered the studio. Hold on. That means my laptop might have just turned on.
Everybody ain't got no web cameras on now.
I'm sorry, sir. Oh, hold on.
He got echoes and shit.
Give me a second. I'm gonna sign off for this one.